On the night of June 9th to 10th, 1772, near Patuxent Village, Rhode Island, several disgruntled Rhode Islanders conducted an ambush raid on the British customs ship HMS Gaspee and burned her to the water's edge. The Gaspee affair anticipated the better-known Boston Tea Party by a year and a half, and constituted a far more serious act of rebellion against British rule than simply dumping tea in a harbor. Over 250 years later, Patuxent Village, not to be confused with the city of Pawtucket further north, Patuxent Village is host to a series of annual events commemorating the Gaspee affair, including an arts and crafts festival, concerts, fireworks, a 5K foot race, and of course, the Grand Parade, followed by the burning of the ship in effigy. I attended Gaspee Days quite a bit as a kid, and over the last few years I've been volunteering at some of these events, so let's see what's going on. The Arts and Crafts Festival normally runs Saturday through Monday on Memorial Day weekend. This year, Sunday got rained out, and Monday morning is still a little wet, but not enough to dampen spirits. If you're looking for Gaspee Days merch, it can be found near the entrance to Patuxent Park. Some of these creators have pretty amusing stuff, like this guy who makes boxes out of hollowed-out books for hiding things, and this guy with the funny painted metal animals. I'd probably blow a lot of money up and down the blocks here if I had any free space left in my house. Most of the vendors are regulars who return year after year, but as usual we've got a few new ones, like my friend Dana here who does glass blowing. Hey look, it's a self-driving dog! I've never seen a self-driving dog before.
Right, it's so cute.
The Patuxent Rangers are an official Rhode Island state militia unit that do ceremonial activities and historical reenacting. Apparently their fife and drum division is in need of drummers, so just for the heck of it, I joined them for a couple songs using the nearest available object that could be drummed upon. I'm a little out of my element here. Piano is more my thing. I always go to the Symphony in the Park event and help out with cleanup afterward. Despite the event name, it's not just orchestral music. There's usually a local 3-person band that opens for the orchestra and does a bunch of old popular songs.
Good morning, America, how are you? Don't you know me, I'm your native son.
The park is starting to fill up. It's a good evening to be a mosquito.
They call the city of New Orleans.
The main act of the evening is the Warwick Symphony, a local community orchestra. At last year's concert, these folks actually played one of my compositions, the Rhode Island Independence March. That concert is not on the internet as far as I know, but if you want to hear the piece, you can find recordings of a couple different arrangements here on YouTube. This year, the Warwick Symphony is doing an unusual collaboration with the Unlikely Strummers, a ukulele ensemble. Looks like they're going to take turns and maybe do some selections together. It's not just the little kids that don't want to sit still. That's the great thing about outdoor concerts, you don't have to. Oh, they're doing the Maroon 5 arrangement of Pachelbel's Canon. This version always makes me think of dentist waiting rooms. Now we've got some big band music. This stuff is always gold. And now we've got both ensembles playing Gershwin together. Concert's over. Time to clean up all the mess. Normally, the city of Warwick puts on a fireworks display later in the same evening as the symphony concert, but this year it was postponed due to weather concerns, and I missed getting any footage of it. For many folks, the parade is the highlight of Gaspee Days. The parade and the 5K foot race follow the same route, starting about 2 miles out of Patuxent Village, with the 5K happening earlier on the same morning. We've got about half an hour before the front of the parade steps off, so at this point, all participating groups should be present and accounted for. There have been a couple of past parades when I served as the sentry at the beginning of the parade route, shooing people away who weren't part of the parade. This year, though, I'm in the parade marching with the Rhode Island Sons of the American Revolution. We're a genealogical society, not a reenactment group, although some of us do welcome the excuse to don period clothing.
I can't see what I'm filming. Glare is too bad.
Hey, look, Spider-Man is vlogging Gaspee Days too. I didn't know Spider-Man had a dog.
Couldn't care less.
And we're off. It's a pretty hot day, but we've got some extra water in the truck behind us. This militia group behind us keeps firing off volleys. We made it to Patuxent Village. The largest crowds usually gather here. Once we had reached the end of the parade route, I ran back to watch the divisions that were behind us. After a long walk in the hot sun, ice cream in the village is always a welcome treat. Several reenactment groups have been holding a colonial encampment down in Patuxent Park since last night.
Have a fine day. Good day, gentlemen. How are you doing today? How was the parade to you?
It was warm.
Yes.
We're down at the boathouse where the model boat is being prepared for the burning. Meanwhile, up in Patuxent Park, another local band is keeping things lively. There's something wonderfully incongruous about this band playing up here while further down the park the colonial encampment is still going on. A lot of people watch the burning from the park because the Patuxent Rangers also do some cannon fire at the same time. However, the view of the ship is partly obscured by the vegetation, and environmental laws forbid the clearing of wetlands. The best view is from the boathouse area. Unless, of course, you're lucky enough to be friends with someone who lives across the cove. Gaspee Days was established as a tradition back in the 1960s. I don't know how they did the burning back in the old days, but I like to imagine them getting an old leaky rowboat that needed to be disposed of anyway and dressing it up to look like a schooner and simply setting it on fire and letting it burn itself up completely. In these enlightened days, of course, not only do we have a reusable metal boat shell that gets fitted with sails, stuffed with straw, and garnished with lighter fluid, but we have the fire department on hand to put it out before it burns for too long. It's a bit anticlimactic to have our ceremonial act of rebellion extinguished by government intervention, but not putting it out can result in serious damage to the plastic flotation substructure. Don't ask me how I know. It's just a few minutes to 4 in the afternoon, and they're planning to light the ship on fire right on the hour. The crowd is waiting intently.
I know I keep forgetting to include myself in this footage, but yes, I was actually here.